Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's devlog for Clustercraft, Strong Compute's 3D Compute Manager. Things look quite a bit different since the last time we spoke because we've done a lot of work on the UI. It looks a lot nicer than just the sort of flat colors we had before. It looks a lot more techy, a lot more futuristic, and way better. Like we've got all the meters that you need to see and way less overwhelming text. What do you reckon?
It looks a lot cleaner. We've really focused on exactly what the user needs to see and then how we can spread that across the UI so stuff's not cluttered together in small clumps.
Yeah, absolutely. So when previously you would have had all of your game relevant stats in the top corner and it would just be like, oh, what am I looking for up here? Now it's all accessible for you right at the bottom or the corners. So at the bottom, you've got your reputation right here, right in the middle, tells you what level you're at. Perfect. And it shows obviously these are placeholder labels while I'm developing, but it shows your budget and your infrastructure utilization. The most important things that are always changing right there. And now out in the corner, you can see your CFO's patience still and the project progress and patience of all of your teams. So if we were to go and watch this job complete, we could see our reputation go up, our infra util going down, alpha teams project progress has gone up to 50%. Everyone's happy. CFO's patience draining slowly. Everything's working as you would expect. You still play the game just as you could before, and everything will update, and it looks a lot nicer. We got to work on adding some hoverable tooltips to all of these. So if you kind of forget what something does, you can just hover and see, oh, okay, this is what this means, this is what this means, without it having to completely clutter the entire interface. You just get the information you need when you need it. We've also done this really nice sort of chopped design here with nice borders on every window, nice little window designs here. And if we were to jump into sandbox mode, we can also see, once we close these windows out, you could still scroll through. Everything's got the same design language with the blue gradients and the neon blue. Nicer font, of course. We're not using the same monospaced font for everything. Yeah, everything's looking really nice. The buttons are really cool. And we're really happy with this UI overhaul. Still working on that a little bit. Still got some things to clean up. Obviously, I'm trying to keep the windows between the game mode and the sandbox mode separate because when you jump into game mode, it closes all out. It's currently in progress fix. But yeah, that's the UI, and we're going to jump onto a different branch to show you something else we're working on. Sweet. So what are we looking at here, Ethan?
Yeah, so now we're looking at a new way of how we're displaying nodes, jobs, containers, and so on inside of a space. So it should be noted before I keep going that everything currently on the screen is in development at the moment and will continue to be worked on until complete. So the big jarring change is that nodes are now vertical. We've noticed that as you expand your infrastructure by laying the nodes down flat, it's taking up a lot of visible space and it's making it quite difficult to pass the sheer amount of hardware you have. So we've decided to rotate the nodes up vertically. This also makes it a bit more realistic with how real data centers look.
Yeah, it looks like actual racks of nodes now.
Yeah, and it allows for the user to see a lot more of their hardware in one camera angle in the top down. The other thing we've worked on is this skybox from last week.
Look, it's moving.
Yep, so it now moves. It also moves with the timescale. So if I speed that up, you can see it moves a bit more dramatically.
Yeah.
So now I've got a bit of motion, bit of liveliness in the system, which is lovely to see. We've updated everything accordingly. We're still working on how jobs look at the moment, but we've got containers all working properly. Everything functions in the back end exactly as it did before, but now in a more visually cohesive and passable way.
Yeah, and the nodes that are red here, this is the ones that are grouped in memory, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
So a few weeks ago, we were working on the memory grouping for nodes so that we could render these really massive data centers with tens of thousands of GPUs. We want your browser to be able to do that. So all these red groups, they're basically a group of nodes that take up the memory of one of these gray ones. So you will be able to have a really massive cluster that would take like 1,000, 2,000 nodes and one, not take up all the memory, and two, now that they're stacked vertically, you can actually see it on your screen instead of having to zoom out and go like this and have the massive line that we would have had before. Now it's nice and proper.
That's right. And yeah, so the red color is just for in development at the moment. They will all be changed back to gray when the feature is complete.
And you'll be able to see every single node, regardless of the memory stuff we're doing in the back end. If you've got 64 nodes, you'll be able to see every one of those 64 nodes on your data center.
As per normal, it's just a bit more performant, a bit more easy to run.
Yeah, we need this thing to run the browser for you. Yeah,
that's right.
All right. Well, that's what we've got this week. We're going to continue polishing these out. We've done a lot of just rapid pace development last week, which is really, really cool. And now we need to make sure it's not going to break anything else. So that's what we are on for this week. Thank you very much.
That's right. We're super excited to show you what's happening in the future. We'll see you then.